Welcome to Season 2 of the Shekina Meditation Podcast, created by community members and friends of Shekina Garden in Pai, Thailand. Shekina communities are dedicated to creating free devotional spaces of Christian practice for spiritual seekers and travelers around the world. We post Christ-centered guided meditation each week to help you in your personal or small group practice. You can find episode show notes and other information at shekinacommunity.com. Hi, this is Rachel. And it is Season 3, Episode 18 of the podcast, a very belated episode. We had an unplanned pause on posting as we dealt with a lot of wild things in a busy season, including a hospital stay for my husband, festival visits, things like that. But we are back. I want to say a very big thank you to a new patron, Claire House, and of course her lovely family. They visited us this season, which was wonderful, and she is now one of our patrons on Patreon. And as usual, support for the podcast comes from our patrons. You can join that little community at patreon.com/Shekina Meditation Podcast. You can support us there. Another way you can support us is by rating or reviewing us on iTunes or sharing the podcast in some other way on Instagram or Facebook by liking or subscribing on YouTube, or sharing with your friends and families. Yeah, we've had a very busy season over December, January, and February. And now things are slowing down a bit as we head into our low season. So this is a great time for us to catch up on podcast episodes, to make more art to send to patrons, and to work on things like the website, videos. Let us know anything else you'd like to see us posting about or sharing with you. When you support the podcast, we know that you appreciate us as we put it into the world, so thank you so much. Today's episode is Lectio Divina on Isaiah 32, verses 14 to 20 with Neil. First, Neil will offer some exercises to help you find quiet readiness for meditation. Second, he'll guide you through the meditation with plenty of space for your own contemplation. And third, we recommend that you spend some time processing your meditation. You can do that either with others, by listening well to each person, or on your own in a journal, drawing, or voice recording. And I just wanted to say that Ro is away right now. We're actually in 2 different countries, and soon we'll be back together. So we look forward to giving you guys some updates on what life has been like over the last months. Let's begin.
Find a comfortable position, something that you can hold for a while. Close your eyes and bring your attention to your breath, just breathing normally and comfortably. I say that, but when I bring my attention to my breath, my breathing always changes. But still, let's pay attention to how it feels to breathe. Feel the air enter through your nose or mouth. A little cooler. As it fills up your lungs and then comes out again. We begin to let our mind and our heart quieten and settle. And let our bodies relax a little more. You can move our focus to the other sensations in our bodies. Feeling of the wind on the skin. If there are any stiff joints or muscles, also feel free to stretch a little or move a bit to make yourself more comfortable. This meditation, this style of meditation does not require strict posture. If you need to stretch, feel free. Or maybe take some deeper breaths and breathe into those parts of your body that could relax a little more. All the while keeping your focus on those sensations. Now we can bring our attention from the inside to the outside. So the soundscape, what do you hear? The purpose of these exercises is to help quieten our minds, settle our hearts. And these sounds around us can help. If we find our minds disturbed or hearts unsettled, we can come back to the sounds, come back to our breathing. Let those thoughts fade, our hearts settle. There's one more exercise. Let's engage our imagination and imagine we are sitting at or near the top of a cliff, as comfortable as you feel. It's a tall cliff, maybe some 100 meters or 300 feet. Below is the deep blue ocean, and it stretches to the horizon. are safe. And in your lap, there are some stones of different sizes, but small enough to fit in the hand. And we can let these stones represent things that are on our minds or on our hearts. We've all come from different experiences of the day so far. And there may be things on your mind, troubles or concerns or things to do, or things that are exciting, news. And these things may well be important, but for now, let's do something with them. Let's let them represent, let's let the stones represent these things in your lap or in front of you. And one by one, pick up a stone. Let it represent something on your heart or on your mind. And then throw it over the cliff. Let it go. Let it fall all the way down into the ocean and disappear. One by one, pick up a stone and let it fall. There's no need to hold on to these stones for now. We can let them fall. And as those stones fall and your lap empties, I hope that your heart is settled, your mind is clear, there is peace in you. But if you find that one of those stones finds its way back into your lap, or a new one appears, that's okay. Just throw it down, let it go. And so we sit in this clear space, this peaceful space. And into this space, I encourage you to invite the presence of the divine, however that may be for you. and sit together with this presence in this space of clear peace. And as you sit, we can shift to the second part, our scripture. In this place of peace, let's listen to these words and allow the images to form as you hear the words. Let's engage our imaginations. As the scenes unfold, let your imagination be colourful and detailed. And as you listen to the words, take note of what questions arise or what feelings arise. And see where these words take you. From Isaiah chapter 32. The fortress will be abandoned. The noisy city deserted. Citadel and watchtower will become a wasteland forever. The delight of donkeys, a pasture for flocks. Till the Spirit is poured upon us from on high, and the desert becomes a fertile land, and the fertile land seems like a forest. Justice will dwell in the desert, and righteousness live in the fertile field. The fruit of righteousness will be peace. The effect of righteousness will be quietness and confidence forever. My people will live in peaceful dwelling places, in secure homes, in undisturbed places of rest. Though hail flattens the forest and the city is leveled completely, how blessed you will be, sowing your seed by every stream and letting your cattle and donkeys range free. What did you see? How did these words make you feel? Are there any questions? Or things that you did not understand? Well, let's explore. For the second reading, let's find answers for these questions. Ask why these emotions came up. Let's take the opportunity in the presence of the divine to chew upon the words, to wrestle with them, to explore them, or to play with them. The fortress will be deserted, and the fortress will be abandoned, the noisy city deserted. Citadel and watchtower will become a wasteland forever. The delight of donkeys, a pasture for flocks. The fortress will be abandoned, the noisy city deserted. Citadel and watchtower will become a wasteland forever. The delight of donkeys, a pasture for flocks. The fortress will be abandoned, the noisy city deserted. Citadel and watchtower will become a wasteland forever. The delight of donkeys, a pasture for flocks, till the Spirit is poured upon us from on high, and the desert becomes a fertile field, and the fertile field seems like a forest. Till the Spirit is poured out upon us from on high, and the desert becomes a fertile field, and the fertile field seems like a forest. till the Spirit is poured upon us from on high, and the desert becomes a fertile field, and the fertile field seems like a forest. Justice will dwell in the desert, and righteousness live in the fertile field. The fruit of righteousness will be peace. The effect of righteousness will be quietness and confidence forever. Justice will live in the desert, and righteousness live in the fertile field. The fruit of righteousness will be peace. The effect of righteousness will be quietness and confidence forever. Justice will dwell in the desert, and righteousness live in the fertile field. The fruit of righteousness will be peace. The effect of righteousness will be quietness and confidence forever. My people will live in peaceful dwelling places, in secure homes, in undisturbed places of rest. My people will live in peaceful dwelling places, in secure homes, in undisturbed places of rest. My people will live in peaceful dwelling places, in secure homes, in undisturbed places of rest. Though hail flattens the forest, and the city is leveled completely, how blessed you will be, sowing your seed by every stream, and letting your cattle and donkeys range free. Though hail flattens the forest, and the city is leveled completely, how blessed you will be, sowing your seed by every stream, and letting your cattle and donkeys range free. I hope you've had opportunity to explore, to contemplate. That you found some answers to your questions. Or perhaps there's been more questions. That you've explored emotions and how these words have made you feel. So for the final reading, I encourage you to distill down into a few things what has come up for you from this time. Slowly solidify what it is that maybe the divine is wanting to tell you or teach you. The fortress will be abandoned, the noisy city deserted. Citadel and watchtower will become a wasteland forever. The delight of donkeys, a pasture for flocks. Till the Spirit is poured upon us from on high, and the desert becomes a fertile field. And the fertile field seems like a forest. Justice will dwell in the desert, and righteousness live in the fertile field. The fruit of righteousness will be peace. The effect of righteousness will be quietness and confidence forever. My people will live in peaceful dwelling places, in secure homes, in undisturbed places of rest. Though hail flattens the forest, and the city is leveled completely, how blessed you will be, sowing your seed by every stream, and letting your cattle and donkeys range free. As this part of the meditation comes to an end, you might like to offer up a prayer of thanks or some sort of acknowledgement of this time for what you may have received. And let's come back to our breath. Come back to the sounds around us. Come back to our bodies. Maybe you'd like to shift, wiggle your toes, stretch your back. Let's become aware of the people around us as well, sitting in this circle. And in your own time, as this part of the meditation comes to an end, we can open our eyes and rejoin the circle.
Thank you for joining today. There will be a new guided meditation available each week, so don't forget to subscribe to iTunes or sign up for our newsletter to get podcasts delivered to your inbox at www.shekinacommunity.com/podcast newsletter. Also, you can rate or review on iTunes or sign up as a patron at patreon.com/Shekina Meditation Podcast. Have a beautiful week. Many blessings to you.